A warm look for winter, using the Safari palette from Natasha Denona and her 28 eyeshadow palette in brown and green. So those two palettes together, and I really like the result. So I primed my eyelids with the Smashbox 24-hour lid primer. And now I'm taking this 28 palette from Natasha Denona and just using this color here for blending in the crease. This here. It has some sheen, and on purpose I want one with sheen. So taking some of that on a big fluffy brush like this from Smashbox. And just straightly on the primer, you know, not setting the primer with anything else, because that would defeat the purpose of it for what I want it to be. A little bit tacky, but not too tacky. It doesn't get too tacky, this one. And I'm probably going to take it under my eye too with a smaller brush. I will just make sure that it gets big and wide here. So I'm taking this one for the inner corner from this palette as well. Just a light gold, I think you can call it. Champagne, maybe. You know, like that. I'm taking it down here a bit too. So now over to this Safari palette. And I'm taking this burnt orange. It's so pretty. This one, and I want to use it all over the lid and also under the eye, I think. And I will use a brush like this with real bristles. And yeah. So there is the nice color. And I try and put it here. I have a coffee here, but I tend to forget my coffee when I'm starting with my colors. That says a lot, let's say. No, if I forget my coffee, that says a lot. Well, anyways, that's the color. And these colors in this matte palette, they are so very, very, very matte. I don't think I ever had an eyeshadow that matte like these. Absolutely matte. Which kind of make them a little bit harder to work with, I think. But very pretty once you get them on. That's why I also incorporate other things, you know, that I usually do. I don't ever use just matte colors on me. I don't remember doing one look that I had just matte on me. But let's see now then. It's still tacky because I need it to be tacky. And you really just need to press these on. That color is just, it's so pretty. I will do the same thing on both eyes in the same time. Whoa. See, it's pigmented. But unless you have a base for it to stick to, I doubt you will get them to stick. It's not like just to slap them on, whatever you know you have under, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, that's my opinion about them. But once you have them on, you can splash it with water and they stay on. Because I tried that, and yeah. So far I really like this start, but where should I go from here? These darker browns that here, they're not very dark, so I prefer to use or a black with some of the other colors, you know, and then just these ones are kind of, I think you could even use them in the crease. I don't think they're that strong at all. So I'd rather use a black for, you know, darkening out a corner or something like that. So first of all, I'm blending in this color here with the gold that I used before. So I took the gold that I used for the inner corner. I'm just blending out this color with it. Going over it a bit like that. See, you get a little bit shine in it. And it's not such a stark, you know, thing going. So I need it higher up here, I think, at least a little bit in a domed shape maybe. So a little bit with this one around just here. And I got a little bit too high up here, I think. So I took another brush and I'm just going between these. And a little bit I'm blending these two that it won't be such a hard line here. Harsh line, hard line between the matte and the sheen. Something like that. And now I have to decide what I want here. If I want to continue just with this one or something else. I want to try and take this really pretty brown from here, from this same palette that I used, the light one, the gold one, and use it a little bit between these two because I feel there's too big of a difference between them. I want to try and fix that if I can. Then I'm taking this one on both sides. It's a really pretty color as well. And I want to try, yeah, this is nicer, I think. A little bit blend between those two. You don't even need to blend it because the color is so nice with it. Maybe I will use this one a little bit between these two because I feel that it's still a little bit harsh here. Between these two here because it's lighter than the orange, the burnt orange. I'm taking this same lighter color that I used there. I'm taking it also under a bit. It's a very pretty warm brown like that. This is one of my favorite colors from this palette. This warm brown. It's so useful and versatile. It's really if you do a warm look, you can just pull this one out and it's just kind of goes with all those colors and make it a bit better, if you know what I mean. It's ties things together a bit. I think I will stick to this palette and I'm just taking this one here to the other corner. Yeah, I don't think I want this burnt orange all over the place. Yeah, I will just take this one then. That's what I will do. Smaller brush and this a little bit darker brown. Also matte. Does this one look the same as this one here? It is very similar. Okay, I will swatch those two. This brown and this brown. Wow, is that similar or what? Can you see a difference between those two? The performance seems to be different though. These seem to be a bit drier, I think, this one here, than the one that I used now here. That's interesting. Since these two browns are the same, I think, for both palettes, I'm using this one and the orange together a bit for a blend here between them, like that. More of the orange since that's the color I really want to show here. I'm taking the mix of those two also for under the eye because why not? I mean, that's just too pretty not to put here. I'm taking it all the way because I like it. That color person. Like that. Oh, okay. So out here where I don't have anything yet and also under a bit, I will definitely use some black because I think it needs it. Otherwise I'm just gonna be a orangey floating around thing with blue dots in the middle. First of all, I will go in a little bit with this kohl pencil from Bourjois in it's waterproof ultra black. So first I will just line the inner waterlines and then I will take it out here a bit too, like a tiny bit here. So now just the black eyeshadow around as well. And this is the one from Guerlain. And it's a little bit messy. Kind of creamy. in a way. It's a really nice one. I'm taking more of this one again because I feel like it needs to be a bit more of it here. Like not so much of the brown. I want more of this one here. Yeah. Now I'm using a bit more brown here. I didn't make this like darker, well, because I don't know if I need to. Do I need to? Like all this here, does it have to be darker, or I can just put a little bit more of that brown that I used in the crease before? Like if I put more black here, even like in a softer way, I just think it goes in all this and just makes it like that I'm trying too hard. This, like, it's already pretty much trying. So I'm taking this brush again, and the first color I used in the crease, which was this one here in the corner. This is one of my favorite palettes from Natasha Denona, this one here. Like, of course, you have so many shimmers and sheen, but you still have like the basic mattes that you can use for any other looks, I would say. And of course, you know, now I have more mattes from Natasha. Yeah, so this one I think it's good to add a little bit more of it here in the crease. And probably with a smaller brush under, because now there's only this orange almost, you know, showing. And this one just a little bit for blending here. Between everything. Oh, that orange is like, it's just makes me so happy. It's really pretty. What did I use this one for? Oh, okay, maybe I can go with this one. I'm taking the same color with this brush that I used before, I think. Bit again under here. I know I'm taking everything down really low. And here in the beginning I blend those two together a little bit here. And I'm gonna have to clean loads because I don't tap the brush now then all this time. And you can see this is like gross because I don't do this simple little thing. Cleaning up this brush and going around all together here. And why not all together here? I really love this burnt orange. It's so intense and it makes blue eyes, of course, really blue. I have to continue with the brows. I didn't do anything to my brows. I also didn't clean them up, so you know, it's a little bit messy. Yeah, and the rest of my face. And be back for something fun on the cheeks and the lips, and yeah. Okay, I just had some chocolate, but that aside, I just have this idea to put a little bit of this one here, where it's a little bit harsh, maybe the line still between those two. So I'm just taking with my finger a little bit. Hopefully I will get in the right place here. Just pressing in a little bit of this Snow Flushed, yeah, from MAC. I did make a video on it already. Don't know if I put it up yet. But it has a duochrome like that, from pink to really bright gold. So, and it has an undertone, a little bit like, yeah, I suppose it's a golden green kind of undertone. But the neon pink in it, it's very strong. So I think just a tiny bit of this makes a big difference for this look altogether, not to be flat, you know. When it's too matte, I just feel it's too flat and it's too matte. So I have to, even if I have this one around it, I need some more glitter and glam. So I'm setting my foundation with this Shiseido powder in translucent, which is a white looking powder like that, but it's translucent. And yeah, I set under my eye a little bit after I used the Maybelline eraser, or there's two kinds, but the one that had a sponge applicator, I just broke it and put it in a pot like this. I did have to go out a bit and it was raining, so I got some, you know, rain on me. So yeah, very nice. I actually enjoy that. Well, anyways, so I want to use this MAC contour powder today, and I'm going to use those two together. So I'm just going in from here, dabbing it in because I don't want to disturb his foundation. long-lasting foundations, you don't want to go there and ruin them. From here, kind of until here. This, oh, I'm so yellow in this. This foundation, I look really yellow in it, and I did take it down, and it doesn't help with anything. It just looks really bad. But I really like the eye look, so I'm gonna probably edit this video anyways, even if I know now not to use this foundation anymore at all. I'm gonna blend it out with what brush? Maybe just with this one. And I think I'm taking these two together to blend it out with a bit. I'm taking this, what is it? Essence All About Matte. One of these white powders with this brush. I'm just gonna stamp it in here under. If it's gonna make a difference, I don't know. Maybe like this. Does it make a difference? A little bit white on this yellow thing that I have going in my face. It's ridiculous. Here in the middle too. So I'm using this Estee Lauder Heatwave highlighter today, and I used half of it, so you know, some of it is still with the pattern of gold overspray. So I've been using just this piece of it, just to keep it a bit, you know, nice looking. A brush like this and the Estee Lauder Heatwave. What I understand, and this one has, from last year I think, it has some scent to it. I don't know why they start putting scents to them. I hope they don't do it again. I think it's really silly. If you know already, go away from the scent, you know, in products. So that's really silly. Anyway, I'm using this one. Now this is very strong. It's like a metallic kind of thing. So I clean the brush and I'm trying to buff it in a bit, because otherwise it's like a stark like metal thing going over there, whereas now I think it's a little bit more quiet. If you compare it to this side, again buff it in. I don't know, it's like it makes all the shimmer and particles lie down, you know, more flat maybe, so they don't, you know, stick up in every, that the light will catch all of them, you know. Maybe it's because of that, I don't know. This is a really pretty highlighter like that, really true gold highlight like that. And this one, they seem to come out with it every summer. So yeah, okay, so I think this one from MAC as well, it's a limited edition one, but it's a peachy kind of color when you swirl all of them together. You know, like that. Like a peachy, pinky kind of thing. Just swirling it, you know, the brush in all the colors, so I really get that look and nothing, you know, too specific of this. Like that. There you have it. It's kind of a, and there's, of course, because of the gold, it gets a golden sheen to it, but it's kind of a peachy gold, if you ask me. Very pretty color, but just because it's, you know, in a pattern like this, it's a peachy gold. So yeah, starting here so I won't get it, and it's pigmented, get it too strong in the middle of my face. And just kind of carefully taking it a bit closer. Not to go over the highlighter and not to go completely over the kind of contour that I did. I'm not really used to using contours much. I don't know, I never really was into contouring. Now lately I started using these Dior powders that look like this. I have one that looks like this and one that is more yellow toned. So I start using those kind of as a, you know, they have also color, but not, I don't want that much color. Like a little bit to blend things together with. Like that. The other one might have been better for this look, but oh, I don't know. So MAC Dervish on the lips and Cognac from Smashbox. And that's, I think, the finished look. And I know the base is too dark. That foundation just gonna have to go, I think. Okay, so that's pretty much the finished look. I'm really happy with this eye look. I just really enjoy those colors. Of course, they go so well with blue eyes.